barrio, por eso mi música siempre es para el barrio. Y voy a estar
Ey,
agradecido
ey, inspirando a los chamaquitos, poniendo a apretar los viejos. Siempre tuve a Dios de cerca, por eso es que llega lejos. Veterano y rookie, yo mismo me doy consejo. Yo no soy la cabra, yo soy el conejo, cabrón, el mejor. Roberto Clemente, Albert Pujol, Maradona y Messi en el fútbol, pero soy la nueva estrella.
Okay, we're live, guys.
We're live.
It's live, and we're here. All right, guys. So Trilogy LLC Year 1, 2023 to 2024. How do you guys feel being here?
It's been a long day.
It has been a long day.
A long journey. I mean, these are things we said we were gonna be doing, and now we're doing it.
Yeah,
just take a look. Just take one look.
Yeah,
we're doing it.
We got the Roadcaster Pro too.
I feel like this grew from our lot of conversations in the past that we're going to have our podcast, and this is our first episode. We're going to talk about our first year being independent, being more, we became entrepreneurs, so we're just happy, and it has been a long day, huh?
It's been a very long day, bro.
Yeah, I mean, just trying to figure this out.
Yeah, we actually got the wrong one. We had the dual, but we went to go back and got the pro, and we said it that we were going to do it today, and we are.
We did it. We made it happen. You know, there's some issues, but we got through it.
Shout out to our guy in the back doing all the work out there, Sebastian, little brother.
Shout out to Champ.
Taking care of all
the
the production out there. All right, so do you guys just want to jump in, to what it was in the beginning? Taking it back to September of 2022. So just travel back to that time. What does that look like? What was our goals? What was our mindset? How was our financial situation like? How was that going on for you guys?
September 22nd. Let's see. What were you guys doing? Just to give me an idea of where we were at.
I was probably at a Bad Bunny concert, bro.
In September?
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, it was the Rose Hottest tour. I was probably trying to go to any concert and trying to graduate college still. I was still in college.
Because some people know 2022, we were already doing some kind of internet things. We were already kind of in the game a little bit.
We were.
So September, was that already when it was all over? No, because that was the last Bad Bunny concert October it was.
October, yeah. September, October. But we were trying to do drop shipping during that time. I remember he was kind of not involved in it yet.
Yeah.
Because...
What was he doing? What were you doing?
I was just working, bro. Just going to school, working part-time, going to school part-time, and just living in the comfortableness, just...
What part-time did you have?
September 2022.
Was that FedEx or no?
Yeah, it was FedEx.
Yeah.
The overnight?
No.
Or was it morning?
Overnight, bro. It was working at the airport way.
Yeah, it was
Ontario Airport.
We were still going clubbing. I remember.
I remember FedEx crew, bro.
FedEx. I remember we were still going clubbing, right? We were still kind of partying, But more than what we were doing is what was your goals like in 2022 September?
Goals in September, because I was doing construction, so my goals were just within the boundaries there within construction. I had no clue, no idea of anything going further. I was trying to figure things out, little by little, get educated on things. I think I was learning trading already by that time.
Trading?
Yeah, because I remember in construction, I'll learn trading through lunch. That's when I'll take my 30-minute lunch to just be watching those videos. I think that's the only thing I was simply doing a little bit different. But within that construction, I was trying to just move up there.
Okay. And keep that there, because we're going to go back to that. But for you, Antonio, what was that like? I mean, what were your goals? If you could, go back 2 years from now and say, what was my goals like?
Yeah, my goals were mainly just to finish college, get a job, work for the government. That was literally my main objective, just wanted to make my parents proud, prove to them that I can graduate college, be the first generation. Mainly did it for my parents, but that was my main goal. And I did graduate.
Yeah, I mean, we graduated, right? We graduated.
Bachelor's
After
degree.
college, obviously, it wasn't what we had planned, but during that time, that was our goal to graduate college, and what we did, you know, I feel like in that case, we kind of did fulfill our parents' dreams, because I feel like our parents, you know, like
Right.
they really wanted us to graduate, you know, like I feel like they were more happy than us at the day of the graduation, you know, like it was like damn, like this was really their dream, but I don't know, it kind of didn't feel like it was mine. You know, remember my graduation, like
Yeah,
I was like,
I was there. Where was yours at?
Mine, it was at my school. It was at my school, I remember. And
Was
then
it 2022 or?
It was December, yeah.
2022. Okay,
December,
so
that winter.
okay, so we could say, you know, that
What were you doing?
I was also going to school, and I was working at Amazon, dude.
20. That was Amazon.
Yeah, I was working at Amazon. I was kind of like you. I also had, like, you know, like my goals. Remember, I was telling you that I was gonna be like a manager, like.
What's it called? A PT? No.
It was
PA? Is it
no, it was a higher than a PA. It was like the guys that would wear the
red
red
ones?
vests. The red vests. They look kind of crazy. I'm not gonna count.
Remember when we were working and that one guy made us do like a little square and we're like, damn, we're talking to like one of the big guys.
Yeah,
Try to make them proud.
We felt like just like that we completed the craziest task ever, and it was like a crazy guy right there in Amazon. I never saw a guy again. Well, it's because he put me in Amazon and then he left like a couple months later.
Yeah, they'll be just.
This guy would just be jumping from job to job. It was pretty funny to see. But I mean, yeah, we could say that our goals were pretty different, right? But going back to what you said, Sebastian.
Well, so we were different. Everyone was separate.
Yeah, everyone was separate.
That's the thing.
Only
Even within like our other friends group, everyone is just separate, doing separate things.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, do you remember hanging out with our friends and like we didn't know what they were doing, like what they were working at? Like, what the fuck, you work at Home Depot?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck, you work at a warehouse? Like, what warehouse? Oh, Amazon. Like, I work at that one too, you know? But, like, we didn't really care about, like, hey, bro, you know, like, how could we get together? And, like, you know, like, it was more like we'll just regroup during the weekend, which was fun, you know? But, like, I feel like we got tired of that. But, so, yeah, like, we were kind of separate. But, Sebastian, moving forward to what that was, you know, like, you were watching videos during your break. Do you feel like that was a grind? Like a grind? Like you were sacrificing your time, like your 15-minute breaks or your 30-minute breaks?
Not necessarily sacrificing, just being more effective with that time. I mean, just with everything, you know, we have time, and what we do within that time frame is gonna depend on us, whether we're gonna learn something new or we're just gonna be scrolling. I think during that time it was like prime TikTok, like just it was new, it was prime, and that's where I'll see it. It's just like you see either you're gonna be on the right side where you're learning, or you're gonna be on the left side where you're kind of just wasting time a little bit. So yeah, I would take time in the mornings, especially at 6:30. That's when the market would open. I'll be already on the live, because I'll be driving to the yard. By that time, I think I'll pick up my truck already and start going to my new job, and I'll just be on the live, just listening. Even though maybe I would watch, I'll just listen. And then just during lunch, I'll just watch little videos of trading.
Just trading. And was that why? Like, did you want to get out of your 9 to 5? Like, you did not like? I mean, was it good pay? What was that like?
The watching the video or the work?
No, just like, okay, like, what was the real reason behind you watching those videos and learning about a new skill, like, you know, like trading or like e-commerce, or just learning something new, you know? Like, why? Like, did you hate your 9 to 5? Were you trying to get out of that life, or what do you feel like that was, you know?
To me, before, I would say it was just subconsciously. Subconsciously, I was just doing those things, not knowing, like kind of knowing. But now, I feel like it was just all God. I mean, that would be my explanation now, further down this journey than before. Before, I would just say, like, just subconsciously, I knew something was wrong. I knew this wasn't for me. I knew I didn't like what I had to indulge in, what I had to do. But now my explanation today is that was just God. He was doing that through me, and I was just doing it because that just gave me a reason to do something different.
Right.
Okay. Do you want to add something to that?
I mean, No.
I mean,
simple.
was it similar to you at that time, or do you have any goals of like, did you like your work, like you know, or you used to work
I
at?
didn't like my work. I really just wanted to graduate and get like a more simple job.
Mm-hmm.
But I was always into like just deporte, you know.
Yeah,
So like
just playing soccer.
yeah, playing soccer or jiu-jitsu.
Mm-hmm.
So like right there me desahogaba. Me desahogaba, just like I would find purpose in that. I would find some type of purpose in that.
Mm-hmm.
But I knew that that lifestyle, there's a lot of people that will be able to train like at 12 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
That's what like the crazy fools are there. Fool like entrepreneurs, like fools that have time fool to go train jiu-jitsu for at mediodía, like on Wednesday.
The people that make their own schedule.
The people that make
Yeah.
their own schedule.
Yeah, yeah.
They put that time.
Yeah, but I had that schedule because I would get out of work like at 11 in the morning. But I would go in like at 2, 3. But after 11, I'll be like, I could choose like to go home and just sleep, or like go like train a little bit, you know. So I'll go train like at 12. I'll be there, and just be like like pesado, like some fool will pull up in like in a Corvette. Like damn, these fools are crazy. With, you know?
Staring at it.
And I'll just be training with those fools. So
Got it.
I should probably been like networking with those fools.
Yeah, you know, just trying to see how to like how to network better, right? Like just know people that are doing, you know, cool stuff, and that way, you know, like whenever you need something, like you just have them there, right? And they have you with whatever service you could provide. But I mean, I think I feel like I was the same, you know, like I was going to school and I was going to work, and I feel like we've always talked about it, right? Like, you know, like what's more out there for us than just like working, right?
Yeah.
Like I feel like sometimes we'll text each other just like, dude, like let's do something, you know, to like let's get rich, you know, like let's
start working
do
or let's at
something,
least,
you know?
you know. So I feel like we've always had the idea of just, you
Yeah.
know, like we've always had that kind of like goal, like more farther than like graduating, like, you know, like college, but we've always had that behind our head.
Yeah, that sense of there's something more, something different. Not more, different.
Different.
That's the thing here. Is different. It's
Different.
It's not more or less. It's just completely different. And just that conversation, remember that you mentioned where me and you outside of Rafa's house, what, like in high school? We
No
were just
way.
talking.
Bro, it was
with you
during
too.
high
We told you.
school.
We're talking
It
about.
was during high school. It was crazy. It was those days, bro, when we'll just be out late at night. It'll be like 11, 12.
in the GMC.
Yeah, in
just
the
those
GMC,
three.
and then we'll be like, hey, let's go to Taco Bell.
Get a little freeze, a little freezy, a little freeze, and
Those were the best brain freezes ever.
brain freeze, wait, chicken quesadillas.
Chicken quesadillas with the extra cheese.
Some nacho.
Fire.
Nacho
yeah, well, I mean, we'll be talking about those things since I could think way back. I mean, it's just with everything we didn't have that knowledge. It's like, it was like, have you ever seen those characters that are silhouette? Like it's just not unlocked yet. Like it's like unlocked versions of the map, unlocked skills that we didn't have yet. It was just like a gray, dark area. And I feel like now we're unlocking more and more of those areas. So now we
Yeah.
look back and we're like, okay, so that was what we were kind of thinking about. That's like the same what I said when I reflected now that was God. That I feel like now we're unlocking those gray areas where we kind of know more now.
Of course.
Yeah.
And like we're very different now, right? And that was just a year ago though. I mean
1 year
a little
ago.
bit more than a year ago, right? Like but like I feel like if you compare September to what we are now in April, is we'll say a year and 6 months around there ago.
Yeah.
But like if you compare your day to day then to what it was now, you know, like I mean just keep in mind that we're 1 year in, but like we're not rich yet, right? But like I feel like now, you know, like we wake up with a purpose of like, you know, just getting to it, right? Like I feel like there's a goal at the end of like, you know, like at the end of like wherever we're going to, and we're just taking it day by day,
That's all it is. Just working every day,
right?
waking up.
So I feel like, you know, just to bring us back, that's how kind of, you know, like where we were at, what we were doing, but around
the
like,
path is clearer now. That's what it
clear.
is. That we know what we're going for and what we're doing. The structure we have within what we're doing. We know what's next and what needs to be done. That's like the biggest difference. I feel like so many people just don't know what the next step is, the next move. and that's where you kind of just get lost within your day to day. But if you know where your next move is and you know what to do to get there, then that's when you're gonna just feel a little more purposeful.
Okay. Yeah, because I feel like ever since we were smaller, we always had goals like, oh, I need to move into middle school. I need to graduate middle school. I need to graduate high school. Or I need to graduate, college, or I need to get this job. And then after that, what? I feel like we stopped putting goals.
Yeah.
And I feel like everybody should be doing that. Like they should be putting goals to like their future, right? Like have a purpose to where they're heading to, not just because they're young, right? Not just because they're young, not live a purposely life, something that truly does fulfill them. Which, I mean, it could be different for everybody. Fulfillment is different for everybody.
Yeah, I feel like success, it doesn't have an age. So what I mean by that is we're in an industry now where people that are 30, 40 are barely coming in and taking a new look, a new direction. And we're someone that's kind of already ahead of them. So you kind of have to leave the arrogance behind when you're going in entrepreneurship and just look at the person that's successful, whether their age, their skin color, where we are. Like us, we look at someone younger than us, the young agency owner. We're like, that guy's younger than us. Let's see what we could learn from him.
Yeah. That said a lot there, a lot. And like obviously always respecting everybody, right? Like our elders, everybody that's younger, I feel like we've learned respect, right? Then first than anything. But if you look back to September 2022 and then, like moving into January, right? It's kind of where like we graduated and it's kind of when sales was already out, right?
Yeah, we had graduated.
We graduated in December, right? And then me and Sebas go to this like, have you guys seen those flyers where like it's like salespeople or Promerica or whatever?
There's the TikToks where like the guy's just on a stage talking. It's a panel. It's literally a panel.
It's like those motivational like just events. We went to that, right? And then I remember like, I mean, we could say it now, like, I mean, we were still smoking it, just like daily, right? Like just like, and like we still like, I remember because
we're still lost.
Yeah, we were still kind of lost. Yeah, like I feel like now we have like like more control about what we put in our bodies, right? We kind of know how to control it. But during that time, we were just being just smoky. But we decided to go to that event, which your sister, right? Like she's been in that industry forever now. So, has she ever tried to like bring you in before we went to that?
Never.
Like, how did we end up going to that?
So when it comes down to this journey how we ended up there, I mean, this doesn't just go to that month or the month before. It was a process. I mean, I'm not sure. The process, it did start with kind of, first I was going to go into car sales. I remember
no way.
Yeah, so
I don't know. I never knew that.
My first mentor, I'm not going to publicly say it yet. My first mentor, when I was first watching those videos and all that stuff, he was telling people just get into sales, whatever kind of sales, just get into sales. And that's when I was like, well, what kind of sales? Like, what am I gonna sell? What should I do? And then I was like, just car dealers. I was like, car salesman. And I was gonna go to. There's a Rock Honda right here where I got my little Hondita. I was gonna go to that place to apply. I remember I was telling everyone at the construction at MPO, I was telling everyone like, hey, I'm gonna start doing car sales and all that. And they're just like, they just look at it's car sales, like part time. I was telling my parents too, like I want to do some kind of sales. And then I remember that Liz did insurance, and then I kind of talked to her a little bit, and then she told me, yeah, there's this event going on, you guys should come. And I remember we told everyone, we told Tony, told you. And then I'm glad we went. We just went.
Why didn't Tony go?
I don't remember. I don't remember. Why didn't you go? I think you were doing something in school.
I was in school.
You couldn't miss, or you were somewhere.
Yeah, I remember it was something like important.
It had to be
school. Like school was getting into that.
So how did I approach you with it, or how did that even happen? Do you remember?
Straight up, dude. You were like, you just said it straight up. You're like, dude, look. Do you know how we've always been talking about like just making money? I think I found a way.
No way.
Yeah, I swear.
Because we were already like in the drop shipping and all that, huh? So right there, me and you it was like our little.
We were like locked in.
Yeah, we were
kind of locked in.
Figuring stuff out.
Because we were still partying. Like we were not putting our full, like attention to
I
it.
think we were done.
were?
We were done because there was. I remember when I told myself no more parties, no more going out was the last Bad Bunny concert I went to. That was the time I told myself that's it. That's where I'm gonna lock in.
What Bad Bunny concert?
It was the one at the SoFi.
the one at the SoFi.
The SoFi where Arcángel came out. I think it was like on a
Un
Friday.
verano sin ti.
Un verano sin ti. It was that concert. It was that concert. That's where I told myself like this is gonna be the last concert I go to, and after that, just full force locking into something. Just letting those things go and locking it. I think that's when I shaved my hair.
You're blonde,
No,
huh? Yeah,
dude.
you're
What
blonde.
about you?
I was blonde right there.
What about your car crash, bro? I think
Yeah.
that's where you locked in.
So
That's where you locked
that's what I was talking about, the story. Like it goes way back to where just the just going into it started for me. Well, I mean, it's because if I'm gonna speak on the journey, it started really a little bit before that. Obviously, listening to that mentor, like things were kind of just more and more clicking in my head. Things started kind of making a little bit more sense about what I need to do and what type of things I need to really pursue. And then in my head was sales. I already had like a little glimpse of it. And I remember just those were the days where I hated the most working. 6 a.m., 6:30, going to pick up the truck. The guys just yelling at me for like they'll just get mad at me. Like they'll call me names. I'm like, bro, like I'm just the driver here. I mean, yeah, I'll forget stuff. Like I'll make some mistakes. But obviously I'll learn from them. But it's just the way you treat someone that makes mistakes is different from when you're in a job to when you're an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
It's completely different the way you go about it.
Yeah.
So I just knew that wasn't for me. And then so little by little things were just getting into my head. Just clicking. And then
Click.
and then the car crash happened. When the car crash happened, and I just called Rafa. I was like, hey, bro, like, what did I tell you?
You're like, hey, I just got in a car crash. I remember it was like the night of your birthday.
It was the night of
like
my
we were
birthday.
like at 12, like it was your birthday, and we were like in the middle of the freeway with the ambulancia right there. He had like his shirt was like he was just like he was. I feel like he
You
was
didn't
like,
look like me, huh?
yeah, I feel like you were just trying to get out of there,
So-
bro. Just go like let's do this, like no, like I don't need no like
Yeah.
like
like
corita, no
just
nada.
getting it done. So that
Yeah.
day, the little like I reflected on it, little by little, those couple days, and the way that I took that day was like a rebirth, like that I was reborn again, like El Mamon, but like I was literally reborn, like that's the
El
way,
Mamon.
literally El Mamon. But the way I look at it, like that was the day where I just really. It was a new me. The night on my birthday,
Yeah,
like that. It was just
that's crazy.
that car crash. I feel like that old me. That's where he stayed behind, and the new me kind of, and that was all through God. Because I remember, it was more than anything. It was a spiritual battle. I'll tell you why. Because that same night, I had a weird dream in my bedroom that night.
No way.
Yeah, I had a dream of. Like it was just creepy. Something was knocking on the door,
Your room? Or
in my
what?
room. So I was like this, and something was knocking like in front of me. Like it was like knocking, and then the knocking started getting louder and louder and louder, and it ran up beside my bed. And, like I just woke up, and then I woke up, and I feel like right there was where either I was gonna take like the dark side, or like the light side, and I just started praying, and then that's when I started finding more and more like God. Like I started finding Jesus. And I feel like that's how he caught me. He put me through a test that day, the day where I crashed. And that's the way I explain it now. And that's where everything started. I shaved my head completely. Just shaved my head. I said, you know what? Like I'm gonna lock in completely. Yeah. I mean, who just shaves their head? Like everyone's like,
Someone
what's
that's
wrong
blonde.
with you? Like I was blonde. I was like, I'm tired of all this. Like I just need to lock in.
If me and Tony
Completely
shave our heads,
my head.
it's not gonna look good. Not Tony.
I mean, it didn't look good, but
Because you're güerito.
it's still.
Dude, me and Tony would look funny like if we shave our heads.
He kind of did it once. It was kind of
did
like
it
super
once.
short.
It was
Oh yeah. I have a
fully.
picture where you're
Just
flexing.
like
You look funny.
Chicharo style.
Yeah, I mean, what can I tell you about during those times, dude? It was just you knew change was coming.
Yeah, I was expecting it. I was
Yeah.
expecting everything. So when that car crash happened, it was no sense of, oh, why me? Why me? I was like,
Yeah.
oh, like it's time. I was like, this is where it's time now to make the complete change. Because I always wanted to get rid of my car payment. That's one of the main things that was holding me back from like completely, you know, leaving my job because I need to make those car payments.
those car payments.
And then after I got it paid, I bought a little Mazda. I didn't have to worry about that no more. I was like, everything is just falling into place. All I had to do was take action. That's all it was.
Wow, that's like very inspiring there, for real.
Yeah,
I mean that whole God thing, dude. Like the way, like, you know, like, and that's what I mean. Like, you can do like, you could go through things, good or bad in life, but like if you don't like bring God into like your situations and, you know, like ask Him, like He's our best friend, you know. Like He's been there through every single part of our life.
Yeah, He's just watching us.
Right? And like He's just waiting for us to turn to Him and be like, you know, even ask Him like, why did He do that?
Yeah.
At least He's knowing that you're, you know, like you have Him in like your thoughts and stuff. So yeah, I mean, you told me, well, talking about, you know, when you first approached me about the event, and like I was like, yeah, let's do it. You know, like, oh no, I don't think I wanted to go in the beginning, huh? I didn't want to go. I didn't want to go.
I think I forced you to go.
I think no. You didn't force me. I didn't want to go, but then I changed my mind. I was like, you know what? Like, let's just go.
I remember I told I think I told everyone, and you're just the only one that went.
Yeah, because you put it like in the group chat.
Yeah, I put
you know,
it in the group chat.
You put it in the group chat, and then I was like,
bro, I always wanted to escape. I just didn't know how. Looking back, bro, like I just can't.
It's been a year, you know, like
It's just been a year.
the fact that we're talking about this a year in, you know, like how I mentioned before, you know, like without being fully successful yet. I mean, it's a journey that takes time. You know, the more it takes time, the more valuable it is, right? And like the more you get to celebrate, right? But just 1 year in, just talking about that, reflecting in our, you know, us 1 year ago, right? Is like just talking about, you know, those three individuals. It's very crazy, but we ended up going, and then what happened? So I was like, we went in there, you know, kind of scared. We were like against the wall, kind of. We were like just like.
Did we go like fajado? Did we go change?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did. Huh?
We did. I'm sorry. We went very like formal, you know, con así fajado. And we just went and like we look like little boys, just like, you know, all intimidated. Yeah, in the corner, you know, we were kind of giggling, like we were kind of being silly, you know. But we were paying attention, you know. That's what matters. And then we were just hearing testimonials about, you know, people that were in our shoes, you know, like just saying, hey, like, look, like I was at a 9 to 5, I was doing this, working in a warehouse or whatever, you know, I committed to this. It wasn't easy, but once you learn it, like, you know, like you're.
What I remember from that day, because, you know, my memory is bad. Like, my memory's terrible. What I remember from that day is just a chart of how much people were making.
Yeah.
That's all
like
I
the
remember.
money. Like, you were just focused on the money.
I was like, what? I was like, these people, what? I was like, what?
Like, you look how much they were making, like, in a year or, like, in a week, and you'll be like, what the fuck? That's how much I'm making a month.
Yeah, or I don't even think I was making that much in a month.
Right?
Yeah, that's the only thing I remember from that event. Mostly that caught my attention was just the income that was portrayed in those charts of like a producer. Now we know like that was like a top producer, you know, like we know what that chart means now, but that's what I do remember from going to that event was just how much money these guys were making.
Yeah. So we actually left that event like completely just happy, dude, just with the plan. Like with the plan, like, okay, like this is what we gotta do. Yeah, I remember I told Sebastian, I was like, dude, like this shit like convinced me. Like I'm, you know, I got sold.
We got sold.
I got sold. We got sold. And that's when we just told the rest of our friends, you know, like, hey, look, like we got this plan. I remember we were not like obviously like we don't do this individually. We do this as a group, as a business. Right. So we told like all of our friends, look, we're gonna go into this, we're gonna build our agency, because that's what it was about. Building our agency, you know, we made it sound easy.
Yeah.
In other words, we made it sound easy when it's not easy. And we wanted easy, you know, like we wanted like an easy way out. Right?
I'm so glad it wasn't easy.
Yeah, it's not easy.
I'm so glad
like what we do is not easy at all. Like I don't see any other person doing it. But I mean, top producers, they're not born, they're made, right?
Yeah.
They're made. So
from that time where we figured out the plan, I mean, I'm always gonna vividly remember in my head each person that I literally one-on-one directly with our friends. I talked to every single one like, hey, this is the plan. we finally found the plan. This is the plan. Are you in?
This
Are
is
you?
the plan.
This is the plan.
It was like that, dude.
It was just like, this is the plan, guys. Like, this is what we've been looking for.
Like this is where we were like, are you in or you know?
Yeah, are you in or are you out?
Correct.
And yeah, I remember vividly each of the persons that I spoke with. I don't think I told you, huh, Tony? Did I tell you?
Nah, bro.
You didn't like
I want
include
to know
Tony?
Tony's story, bro. How did he tag along, bro?
What do you mean? What am I
How-
story? You've
like
always been
what?
on top of me, way.
No,
Yeah.
since before that, when the whole insurance thing started.
Like, what do you mean before the insurance?
So
thing?
we went to the event, right? We were doing drop shipping. He'll come, huh? Sometimes he'll come for the drop shipping.
Yeah,
he'll come.
He'll come, but I kind of remember it's because it was between me and Tony. I feel like,
You told him?
yeah, because we were both in college still. Like you were already having a head start, bro. Like
Yeah,
you
'cause
said,
you were out of college, right?
yeah. Like
we
you
had
said,
that college time frame
Commitment.
where
because
I,
I
have
remember,
to go to school with.
'cause I remember-
I have that
SB.
commitment.
because I remember you told me a couple times like you just shoot me a text saying, "Hey, fool, like drop out of college." I'll be like, bro, I have like less than a week left.
I have like just a couple
yeah, like
classes to finish. Fool.
like if I drop out of college, one of my family would
The disowners. Fool.
them disown us, dude. Like I was like, you know what, just wait, like let me graduate and then we'll see what's up, you know? But then I was talking to him and he was in the same situation and I'll be like, whoa, like you know, like what do you think about Sebas? Well, like are we gonna join him or what's up? And I had already told him, I was like, dude, like I'm gonna join him, dude. Like, you know, like we're gonna go all in. And then he's like, well, me too. But let me just graduate college.
Okay.
Let me just graduate.
Yeah.
Fool, and I'm all in. But
Yeah. I'm all in.
What was the reason why you guys were like, okay, let's join in? Like, it's cool to just ask it and just be like, yeah, but like, there had to be some kind of motive, or what was the actual reason why you guys like, yeah, you know what, let's do it.
I feel like if I was gonna go through that journey,
Wait, did you guys know it was gonna be serious, or no?
yeah. I mean, I knew because it was easy. Just get your license, bro. Like that's all you gotta do. Get your license.
That's the
I
first
told you
step.
guys to
Yeah,
get a
like
license, huh?
you know, you gave me step by step what I gotta do, right? You get your you do your course, which is the course. I was still procrastinating, fat during that time. Like I couldn't put like my attention to something.
Can I tag along that, bro? I remember, bro. I forgot. I think we were playing soccer. I don't know what it was after a game, but this fool was asking me for my account, my like
to study.
to study, and I was like, why? Like I thought you had yours. He's like, mine expired, bro. He's like, and I never studied.
Never did it.
I was like, no, man. I was like, neta.
Like I was just like,
It was like fat procrastination.
I think I told Seba, I was like, yeah, I got my test tomorrow, but like I haven't even passed my course yet. Remember?
You kept lying to me
Yeah,
about
yeah.
about
Because remember,
this.
because remember,
Yeah, you kept lying to me.
yeah, I was just like,
You're like, you know what you had to do, but you're still like over here.
You just
like,
couldn't do it.
was
Yeah, I
like,
couldn't
you
do it.
Still being
we just
comfortable.
couldn't. Because even when
It's
I took the
hard.
course,
It
I had to get a new one. I had to renew it because mine expired too, and I didn't do it. So I had to do it again.
yeah, because I mean, like, you know, like you come from work and you're like, you know what, during that time, right? Like you come to work and you're just, I'm too tired.
Yeah.
You know, that's it. Like,
Dude, but
I'm gonna go on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. I'm like, I don't care about no course, bro. You know, like that's just gonna get done anyways. You know, that was the mentality back then. You know.
Nah, during that time, bro, like I was low key locked in too.
Yeah, I remember.
I was locked in too. Like I was like
And-
trying to get healthy. You know, I would hit the kettlebells.
Was that after you
I
got
was-
sick or no? Or before?
That was way after, super way after. That's when I was already like trying to eat good. Like I was already like seeing seed oils and processed food. I was seeing all this like crazy stuff. Food, like eating steak. I started buying steak. Like I'll freaking make my own steak, food, eggs, potatoes. Like I was like, this is gonna be my diet. I told my mom, like, mamá, esto es lo que voy a comer ya. Like, ya no me des de lo que me. Ese aceite es veneno.
You just awoke. You awoke at your house and you were like, "Don't give me nothing."
I was like, ma, eso es malo, esto es malo. Y los ingredientes, mira esto
Hey.
y esto.
Bro,
During
waking
the
up is
past.
scary.
But during that
It is
time,
scary.
dude, you got hella skinny, dude.
Nah, when I
was
was,
bien
but when I
flaco,
was
bro.
eating
There's been
steak,
so many times where nomás se pone bien flaco.
Yeah.
yeah, but it's because I'll go like on crazy fast. Fool, like a couple
Oh, during those
days,
times you're no.
yeah.
This
But
was,
like-
those recent. The fast, no. What were you doing before?
during those times too, fool.
But on purposely or just
Nah, I just wasn't like, I just wasn't hungry, fool.
So for anybody, you know, like obviously us talking about this topic, it's because why? Well, we joined financial services, right? This is when we kind of, you know, we were gonna get into insurance. We were gonna build our agency. That was, you know, we said it, you know, like if it was easy, which is something that we're still in the process of doing, you know, and we do it day after day, you know, like Monday to Saturday and sometimes even Sundays, right?
Sunday today.
But yeah, I mean, that kind of, you know, concludes how we all joined it.
So
right?
we joined it,
You
yeah.
joined it first, yo te seguí, and then when you graduated college, you know, you said, I'm all in. But we still went for our, like our jobs. Me and him still said, okay, we're going to do insurance. We're going to do it part-time. On the meanwhile, also, we're going to be trying to work full-time. I mean, I was working full-time. I had found a job right after college because I couldn't just, like, jump into insurance just like that, you know? I mean, like I told you I was in, but I was going to do it slow by, you know, like just step by step, just learn it, just being part-time, pass my test, get all the carriers. That also took so much time. Remember, like we did like the onboarding. I think we were like in the office dialing for like 3 months without even having any freaking contract with any carrier.
No, we didn't have any. Oh yeah, we didn't. We didn't even have no carriers to
we
ride.
were
Nothing.
in
We were
there-
completely just there.
We were just like éramos burros, like with like just covered
Bro,
eyes.
it's 'cause we had no direction.
No
We had
direction.
no direction.
No
We had no
direction.
sense of like, hey, you need to do this, and then you need to do this next. Bro, we were just in there. Our main goal was just hitting the phones, just dialing,
Just dialing.
and we would dial.
Well, Dow,
Well,
yeah.
Dow,
Well, I mean,
hard.
I feel like we had to go through that for us to look. I mean, just look at us now, you know. Like we set like 15 to 20 appointments each week, you know. And I feel like it came from that, the struggle, you know. But I feel like something that stood out for me is that I knew we were not gonna quit.
You knew that?
I knew that. Like I knew no matter throughout the journey, even when we kind of had to fell off, you know, or like I just knew I was like the one that quits here is gonna be called a pussy for life. Like we might not even be friends anymore.
And that's literally what was at stake.
You know? Because we were that close of a friends that we were like, you know, we were just trying to see who was more masculine the whole time. You know, like who the fuck is gonna quit? Who the fuck? ¿Quién va a aguantar? You know? And I feel like, you know, no matter how hard it gets now, that's what it is still. You know, it's just, you know, like you cannot quit. Like, you know?
I can't explain why we didn't quit. I have no explanation for that. I feel like it just
Because we were not even seeing results and we were still there, you know?
No, that's why we had every reason to quit. That's what I'm saying. We had every reason to quit. I can't explain why we didn't quit. I feel like it's all just planned. It was just all
Because there's no plan B. I mean, what
not.
would be the plan B? Just go back to regular, to normal.
because we've always
That's
done that.
plan B.
We've always kind of like found something, we gave it a little bit, and then we quit.
And
And we'll be successful with some of the things we did in the past. TikTok,
Yeah.
I mean, we were mildly successful. I mean, we got posted by literally Bad Bunny posted us on.
He reposted us
he
on
reposted
did.
us on
IG.
Instagram on
I mean,
IG.
we were just getting started too,
Yeah,
but
we
it's
ha-
something that we just fell off.
It was things that we never
didn't
stayed
write it.
committed.
No.
And we were seeing success with it. That's why when it came down to insurance, the fact that it wasn't success at all, we had no
first, no
at
success. It's like-
first, you know, and we never quit.
It's like I don't know if it was Jamie Susie or the one that was in our call this week. What was her name?
Sarah Ryan.
Sarah Reinecke.
Sarah Reinecke. Shout out to Sarah Reinecke. She is. Yeah, but and that phrase when I heard it, I was like, damn, you know, like that's true. You know, like
Wait, can you say it one more time?
quitters are people that do so little and expect so much.
One more time for the people in the back.
Quitters are people that do so little and expect so much.
And I could completely relate to that. I mean, when we came into the industry, I mean, my mindset was, okay, month 1 and 2, we're going to learn it. Month 3 and 4, we're going to make like 10,000, 20,000.
Uh-huh.
Month 5 and 6,
course
we're
you
going to
did
get an
that like that.
apartment.
Uh-huh.
My mindset going into sales was like, we're going to get it fast. Bro, it was the complete opposite.
No, yes.
Just to put it into perspective, we're 1 year in and we're barely making the charts.
Yeah.
Like we're barely appearing there.
And
you
We're
know,
barely
like
making a name for
yeah, for ourselves.
We're finding
Yeah.
we're finding it. We're finding ourselves.
Yeah, we are.
I mean, the whole journey was just finding ourselves. I feel like that's what year 1 was.
Yeah.
And remember when we separated and came back?
Mm-hmm.
That was such an important time in.
We were
when it came to this
separated, but at the
industry.
same spot. Like I got
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah.
We just weren't working together.
Yeah.
We're just letting everyone, like, each other figure it out by yourself. Like, go figure it out. Fool. Let's see if you figure it out better than me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that does. Without noticing that we each, like, as a group, we could have had, like, if we add up our weaknesses, or we worked, like, with our strongest or
Our strengths.
our strengths. Yeah, I feel like that's when we were like, let's just team up. Like, we have a producer, we have a builder, and then
Shout
we
out Pedro.
have who? Pedro. Oh,
Nos
Pete.
hizo un paro, Pedro. Pete nos hizo un paro también.
No, Pete.
He would talk a lot of like sense into us.
He will, and it's because I feel like, being so young and getting thrown into, like, sales, dude. There's big dogs there.
It's entrepreneurship.
Like, it's under like we know their
nothing.
their own performance depends if their family's gonna eat or not.
Right.
We didn't have no families. We were just going in there because we were trying to make money.
Yeah. No real like drive. No
Yeah,
real purpose.
no real
Other
pressure.
than just getting no real pressure.
And I feel like that says where somebody that took a risk lead you to, because those top producers have been doing it for 7-8 years, and they're making like 150,000, 200,000 a year.
Yeah.
And being an entrepreneur, you could move around taxes. That's what people don't know, that when you're working at a job, like, you're literally getting taxed for how much you're getting paid, like, super much, like 20, 30%. Like, why do you want to split your your bread with Uncle Sam? Like, why 30% of it? And that's people that I feel like that's where people are not educated, that when you start an LLC or when you start your own business, you get taxed after, right? Like, you can go ahead, get the income
Untaxed.
literally untaxed, right? And then write off your income with a bunch of the expenses, right? Because to have a business, you need an expense.
Expense.
This is an expense right now. Yeah, this is an expense right now, because, and you can write off anything, and then now you made a bunch of money. You wrote off your income, so you're getting taxed on whatever's left, right? So let's say you get taxed $10,000, which a normal person would never pay that. But somebody that made 300 grand, why not pay 10? Why not pay 10,000? But there's people out there that are making 100 grand, 80 grand, 90 grand. They're single. Uncle Sam is taking out of their check.
Yeah, they're getting taxed.
And those are people after college, because if you go to college, you're always going to get a job that's obviously paying you like 80,000, 70,000, like it's a manager position, or
not even that much. Is that? I don't even know
yeah.
that's what you get paid.
Well,
do you?
I was going to get paid that much, bro.
much?
I was going towards like getting paid 70, 80 salary. 70, 80 grand a year
With Penske?
with Penske. Correct. With Penske. So imagine if I made 70, 80 grand a year, bro, and then I still get taxed, and that's barely helping me to live off, because obviously everything's getting more expensive. You think 70K is enough to live? No, right?
It's difficult.
It's difficult.
If
No,
you're, if
people
you're
get
single,
lower
it'll be
than
a
that.
little bit easier. But
I
if
mean,
you have a family,
but okay. Think about why so many, like 20-year-olds or 30-year-olds are still with their parents. Like, why does that happen? So, like, the living cost is just super, super expensive. It's just, you got to have more than one income for you to be able to, like, have your own apartment.
yeah. Side hustles usually generate more than your job.
Your job. Correct. And I feel like a lot of people do side hustles also, but not with the intent to replace your 9 to 5. Like, dude, like, if this side hustle is working for you, like, go on, like, replace that 9 to 5. We got a phone over here ringing. But okay, so now that we're in financial services, what is it? Like, how is it important? Like, what have you learned with financial services, you personally?
Everything about who I am now, I learned from getting into that.
Would you say that it has helped
The
you
environment.
financially be educated, like, on what's out there to, like, towards investments, how to work with taxes, how to budget, like, just how to work? Like, have you gotten tips from, like, how do millionaires budget? How do they reinvest?
On a surface level, I mean, everything is, when you're being told stuff, you can only retain so much until you actually are in those positions, Like once we go do our taxes and all that, we're gonna learn a lot more than just what people say, because it's gonna apply directly to what we're doing. So I've learned like a lot of surface level stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much all I can say about what I've learned is in regards to finances. I mean, I know that people are to expand. You gotta expand your money, expand it everywhere, not just keep it in these pockets. It has to be over here. It has to be over here.
Assets.
Over here. Assets. Everything. Whatever it is, it has to be everywhere but your savings.
Everywhere but your savings. What
Why
about
is
you?
that?
Why is that? Because if you just have it in your savings and then something immediate happens, and this happened to me because before in construction, I was throwing money into stocks, into Dogecoin, not even knowing, I just knew I had to throw it somewhere else. I was throwing it into these other platforms, and then I even got an index universal life too. I was throwing 1,000 a month into
And
that.
IUL.
And IUL.
Educate a little bit for the people that don't know, just like a quick little like rephrase about what an IUL is.
An IUL, I mean, when it comes down to an IUL, I'll categorize it as
I can hear your chicle with my chin salsa.
I think it's mine.
It's just a financial vehicle. I mean, what I usually tell the people that I speak to about it, that are serious about it, is, hey, this is a vehicle that you could design to whatever your need is, whatever it is you're trying to do. There's no one way to use an IUL. A lot of people say an IUL is bad, an IUL is not a good vehicle, but it's to whatever you're using it for. So, I mean, it's very subjective to each person. Personally, I know what I'm going to use it for. I know the value to it and what I'm going to use it for. At the time, I didn't. In my head, it was just an investment. Like, I was just investing in something.
Were you thinking more like, oh, this is quick money? This is a way for me to get quick money? Or why did you get sold on an IUL?
I got sold in an IUL because of the compound interest. Well, I mean, at the time, I didn't know it, but the compound interest to when I'm 50, 60, it was going to be in the millions already, putting 1,000 a month.
Yeah,
that's what I got sold by.
You were putting in 1,000 a month, right?
1,000. So I got sold by when I looked at the chart, like, oh, damn, I don't have like 1 million, 12 million. If I'm 80, 90, I'm leaving behind like 26 million. Like, I just saw that and I was like, it seemed kind of like unreal to me. So that's why I did it at the time. I didn't think of it nothing right now. I didn't think of it like a right now type of thing. And I mean, so I put my money everywhere. And back to that question, why is it important to have it in other places? Because when one fund goes down, I mean, I quit my job, so I didn't have my income. But I had these investments. That I made when I had an income. So those are things that I pulled from when I needed it. And that's kind of where I realized like it's important to have your money somewhere else that isn't just in your savings. Because if that's gone, then you're gone. You're done.
Yeah.
So that's kind of why I feel it's important to spread it out. No matter what, and just try new things.
It's kind of like if you have only one house and then knock it out, like that's the only house you had.
Yeah, that's the only place you have.
But if
to
you
sleep.
have 4 or 5 houses, then knock out one, you can
go sleep in the other one.
And that can happen, right? Like in the economy, like like your bank has your money, but like if that bank, if something was to happen to it, like if a recession, was to affect that bank, and you have millions or you have thousands in there, like. That's money that's getting risked, right?
Yeah. Supposedly it's liquid, but if you go to a bank and you try to withdraw 10, 20, 30, 100,000, they tell you have to wait because they don't have it. They have to go get it somewhere. They don't even have your money there. Yeah.
So would you definitely recommend putting your money towards stuff like, like mutual funds, IULs, IRAs,
definitely.
and these funds where, like they're liquid and they can help it grow, right? Because look at the interest percentage that savings accounts are having nowadays. It's not even 1%.
Yeah. Yeah, obviously if you're making extra income, I mean, throw that somewhere else. I mean, what are you going to waste it on? You're going to waste it on stuff that's for today. Always put something aside, I would say. And that's one thing I've learned in financial services. I mean, I knew it before. I didn't know why. I didn't know why I was doing it. I was just doing it. But now I definitely see the value now in putting your money somewhere other than your pockets and your bank.
And we could confidently say that we didn't know any about this stuff. I mean, we kind of did know a little bit, right? But like, we didn't really know the depths in it of why, well, okay, like it's cool to start a mutual fund, but like why? I didn't know because a bank account savings account can give you a 0.68% interest, and then the mutual fund can give you like a 3%.
Yeah, and we'd
or
rather
4%.
just see it in our bank account.
Yeah.
Like we'd rather just see it like the number big here, you know.
Yeah.
Instead of starting other things, we'd rather see it. I mean, that's just a fear everyone has, but that's what they say. If you're scared to invest, you're not gonna. Scared money don't make money, and that's the most truest thing.
That's
ever.
the most truest. Yeah, and we've all learned it, right?
Yeah.
I feel like, but I think you asked me a question of why I wanted to start this journey. I feel like, if I wanted
going back to that,
yeah, I feel like if I wanted to start and do this, I didn't want to do it alone, right? Because I feel like I wasn't like, do you know like when like us, we were never grew up to like be rich, like nah, you know, like why be rich? Just be comfortable, right? So like I knew that I wasn't like at the time I was like 21, 22. So I was like, no, like I'm gonna need more men, you know, like I'm gonna need like a team, you know, like I need a team that so that I don't do it alone, and so that like we can figure it out together instead of figuring it out by myself. You know, and I feel like that's what a lot of friends nowadays, you know, like that's the power that they have.
Yeah.
Right? Like if it's you and your group of friends, right? And you guys are just working at your jobs, which is fine. You know, like you guys are going to college, it's fine. But like if there's if there's a time after college or even before or during college, team up. Yeah. You know, like just team up and like, you know, like just figure out something, start an LLC, just throw some money in there, invest it, you know, like
motivate each other.
Yeah, exactly. Like just motivate each other more than just drugs and alcohol, you know, like, you know, like I feel like you need those friends, the ones that you go ahead and make money with, and you need those friends, the ones that like, you know, like just have fun, right? But it's always important as well to keep your circle small, right? The smaller, the better. Right, but be intentional with your friends.
I feel like that's a problem a lot of people have too, that they don't have that circle of friends that they could do that with, you know? They kind of just jump around to a lot of different friend groups. But if you do have that friend group where you have your friends, you know they're your friends, your best friends, you guys had time together. Even if you just met them and you know this guy, you see things in him that you kind of like, okay, this is a stand-up guy, this is someone I could really trust. I mean, those are the best type of people to start something with. Even if you guys don't really get anything out of it, you're gonna learn. You're gonna learn something, and most importantly about yourself. I mean, we've learned so much about ourselves in this, just doing this together.
So just piggyback right there to the financial services. Let me see here. Okay, what was your first thoughts when we first became like okay, like you were expecting it to be easy or whatever, like, you know, like you were expecting. Once you jump into it and you're in, what are your thoughts? Like, damn, this is hard. Like, guys, let's go back to the plan map. Or
for me, it was just like having to dial. Like I was like, I have to talk to people. Like I don't even like at work. I would avoid people.
For the people out there, like, do you consider yourself like an introvert or an extrovert?
I don't know. It depends. I mean, with some people, I'm very extrovert, you know, just like finding the right vibe. But I'm very introvert, you know, like I don't really like go like around just talking to everyone, like to complete strangers. So like at work, I would like obviously talk to my friends, talk to like people that, you know, you create like relationships. Obviously, I work too. But like I would try to avoid people that I would kind of see like, oh, I don't really see myself having a relationship with them or like just talking to him. So you wouldn't really just like, or even say what's up.
You'll walk by them and try not to look at them.
You know, like just try not to look at them.
Or hope that they don't speak to you. Yeah, I could relate. I was an introvert as well. Yeah. And the way I knew that is because I look at my dad and Christian, my little brother, as a kid. Those guys were the most extroverted people. They're the most extrovert people I've ever seen. So that's how I knew I was an introvert, because I just compared myself to them.
And then class too, like in college class, I wouldn't really like. Well, at least the class, if the class was interesting, I would raise my hand. I would like try to participate. But for most of the time, like I wouldn't even like.
Hey, but now we could just speak, huh? Now, I mean, the fact that we're doing this is something
we're always speaking. You know, even at work, we're always speaking, always explaining someone to something, trying to create relationships, and
that's so important. That's so
very important.
That's so important when it comes down to entrepreneurship and just creating your business. The ability to talk, not just talking, the ability to do it. and get better at it. And like I said in the call, the ability to really speak your words without kind of getting stuck.
Yeah.
Saying you know,
knowing where you're gonna like lead
say
into.
next. Yeah, knowing what you're gonna say next.
Being fluent with it.
That's such a skill.
Yeah,
that's
it is.
such
And
a skill.
That's something that
And-
Andrew Tate says a lot,
Yeah.
like in his podcast. Like, dude, like people nowadays don't know how to fucking talk.
Yeah,
you
they
know?
don't know. They don't know how to get their point across.
Yeah, like, and I mean, it's something that we didn't know how to talk,
Yeah,
but we
definitely.
learned it.
We're still
not really-
learning.
We're still learning.
Yeah.
Just-
Yeah, we
It's
definitely
still-
are.
And the fact that now we're getting more into the scene where people are gonna start knowing us, like they're gonna start expecting us to speak up more. You know,
Yeah,
events,
yeah, events.
calls.
Well, you just got
Yeah,
invited to that call.
That's what I'm saying. Like now, like people are gonna start
crazy.
knowing who we are within
Yeah.
that industry.
You know what, dude? And I just, like moving forward, like let's just do it. You know, like let's just do it because we chose to not be just like anybody else. Right? So the fact that we're different, like that's something that we're supposed to like it's something
Embrace.
that we do weekly. Like we get uncomfortable. Like feeling uncomfortable at work. Like people don't like to do that. They just like to clock in, you know, like if they could go ahead and waste the most time possible. I remember when I was working, I would go to restroom a lot. A lot, dude.
TOT.
A lot. And
Time
now
off task.
yeah, and now I don't go like unless I really gotta go, you know?
Bro, working at Amazon was so like,
Dude,
just
like
walking
if you could go ahead and waste your whole shift in the fucking restroom, that was a win. Like we're like, you know, it's like if
That
you
was a
didn't
good-
work.
it was a good
It was a
day.
good day. It was a good day.
Cuando se acabó el jale, like you just be chilling.
Yeah. So now it's like, you know, like if we don't show up, like we won't get paid. Simple as
Yeah.
that.
that's what we learned at Dallas. When you work a 9 to 5, you get paid for your time. As an entrepreneur, you get paid for your results, what you do.
Yeah. That kind of stuff. It was just like a just I was just mind blown, right? You just never stop learning, right? When you feel like you know it all, you know, they either humble you, right? And they say that you never want God to humble you because that could be the worst thing
that's-
ever, right?
You
always
the
just-
best
Yeah.
when God teaches you a lesson. I love when I feel Him. I love when I feel that
He
presence.
loves
'cause-
Jesus.
yeah.
We do love Jesus here. I mean, I started going to. We love Jesus here. Jesus is a big, like, it's a big Christian. Go to church, bro. Even after confirmation, primera comunión, just keep going to church, bro. Look, even if you don't pay attention, like God just wants to see you there, sitting down right there. Like, God just wants to see you, like, oh, like me vino a visitar, you know.
Yeah. Now
you
that
know
I look back,
visitar.
I wish I could go back to like confirmation and
Yeah.
like to actually,
Actually
learn this stuff,
learn,
like to,
yeah.
to
Dude,
listen.
let me, I remember
were
seeing
just-
this
we
guy,
just-
bro. Do you remember seeing this guy in our class, bro?
Happened.
Dude, there is this guy in my class. Mis respetos para ese compa, la neta.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
was always those guys. I did.
Glasses, bro. Just
I know.
ready to learn, bro.
Un
Just,
flaquito. Un flaquito.
Yeah,
His mom was like
flaquito.
super nice.
yeah,
I
bro,
know,
dude.
I know.
And like, he was the nicest person, bro. I remember there's one time I was sitting next to my ex-girlfriend at the time, bro. And she literally told me, she's like, look behind you. And this was behind me, just like, literally just trying to like pay
Just so
attention, bro.
you-
So into it. And like, I'm over here like, I don't even care. Like, I'm just messing around.
Probably even made fun of him with your.
Not even make fun of him. Honestly, bro, I was like, that's cute. Like,
Oh, yeah.
like, it
That's
was cute, bro. Cause like he's so into it, bro.
That's
Like,
cute.
it was cute, bro.
I want to be a catechist. I want to do that.
A catechist?
Yeah, I want to be a
Teach about-
catechist because so right there you're gonna be talking to the youth, bro. And
Yeah.
and what we're doing, we have so much knowledge, so much stuff to offer them, like
Yeah.
entrepreneurship. You know,
You be Cliff? Another Cliff?
yeah, I'll be like,
You be Cliff?
I want to be like a good, like I want to be a role model, like
Uh-huh.
to, even to like my little brother, like I want these kids to listen to people like us, you know,
Yeah.
instead of like something
Instead
else.
of like the
Okay.
Matrix food.
Nah, don't say the N word
The
right now.
M word.
Don't say the N word, dude. They're gonna be like, these
No,
guys,
bro.
these guys just watch Andrew Tate all day. These guys, why are you guys watching
Alright,
the
we're
sex
just-
rape? No,
We're
but
hitting the hour mark.
yeah, we're hitting the hour mark here. We're gonna go.
We didn't even
until-
talk about the full year, did we?
No, no,
Yeah, man.
no. There's still a couple left, but one point that I want to go ahead and reach, guys, our family and friends throughout this journey. What are they thinking?
No support.
I don't know what to do.
So for any entrepreneur out there, we're gonna talk about family and friends. Especially we're Mexican, so we're a little bit more. What happened? Oh yeah. So we're still live on TikTok.
We're live on. It's still live? Yeah.
For real?
How many do we have right now?
Yeah. How many do we have right now?
There's a guy named
3 viewers.
Yeah.
Shout out 3
Hey,
viewers.
shout out
my
those
boy.
3 viewers. This is our first time doing this, guys. So you know.
This guy, shout out to Mick. He's been in here for probably like more than 20 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Shout out.
Shout out.
What's his name?
Mick. That's his username.
Mick.
Mick, shout out Mick.
Shout out Mick.
Yeah, but yeah, guys. Going into entrepreneur, guys, we obviously are like we were around a lot of friends, and I feel like we kind of already talked about friends. So let's talk about our family, right? In a specific, let's start with Tony. Like, what did your family think, right?
Toño.
What did your like Toño, Meli, Alondra, and
Well,
Brandon?
right off the bat, when I would explain to him what I'm getting into,
When you were gonna start your course or after?
when I was gonna start my course, like my dad was like, "Esa es buena idea, mijo. Like, you're getting together with your friends." I was explaining to him, "I'm gonna get together with my friends. We're gonna work into literally put our energy into one thing, try to build that. You know, instead of just going out to party, just wasting our time, we're gonna try to like be useful, be intentional. Like you said, be intentional with your friends."
Yeah.
So that's what I told him we're gonna do. He's like, "Hey, me gusta esa idea, me gusta esa idea. Pero vas a tener tu jale, you know, you're gonna have your job and you're gonna be doing that, right?" And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have a job and I'm gonna be doing that, right? And I did off the beginning, you know, but then it fell off. I quit my job. I thought I was gonna get a new job, a better job. It turns out I didn't. I didn't get that job, so I was just still in the freaking the insurance, you know.
Insurance, yeah.
I was just still stuck in there, but without a job no more. And David, our mentor, right, our upline, he would like tell me like, you could make this much here. You can have an agency in 1 year. He would like he would tell me about the possibilities. I'd be like, I don't need to go get a job. Like, I just have to chambear right here, macizo, you know. I just have to chambear macizo. So it was just trying to go through that journey, trying to like see where can I improve in. But it was at that time where we're all individual. So I was just trying to figure it out by myself. You know, we're all trying to figure it out by yourself.
When you were the item killer?
Oh, yeah. When I was the item killer. So for my parents, I got that. They're like, it's buena
Was
idea.
there support or no support?
There was support, but it was me having to grind because I was actually graduating college already. So I had a job. I was working as behavior autism, you know. So I was going to work, and at that time I would try to study in the morning. That's when I was starting jiu-jitsu. So I'll go to jiu-jitsu. I was like, I would have my schedule. I have to do this in the morning, study this much hours, have to go to work, have to freaking make my steak, my eggs, my potatoes, go to jiu-jitsu, this and that. So like I'll take puro cold shower. During that time I was taking puro cold shower. So I was locked in. But then after I started telling my family, so I started trying to talk to him about insurance, right? And my dad would talk to my family too, like, oh, Tony está haciendo esto. And I explained to him the IUL, you know, and he kind of got the concept of it. So he would go out and explain it to like my tios. And some of my tios be like, hey, yo quiero uno. So my dad would literally, hey, este quiere uno. And I'll go talk to them, explain to them a little bit more, and then literally just write an application. Like, okay, how much you want? But I was doing like the crazy ones, like the good ones, like
Option B.
yeah, like literally where I get the least amount of commission, pretty much. Like they get their money. So I was doing that. And
I mean, shout out to them. They took a step to take care of their family, you know? If something happens to them, they're protected. They're doing something for their retirement, the living benefits. Man, I can't stress those living benefits the most.
But it's not like you get all of them because some of them you'll tell them, but they will kind of just like, you know.
Yeah, some people just, you know, like they just.
And others are like, no, like, okay, see, they want
They
more
see the value.
information.
Some
And
see
just-
the value and some don't.
Just to talk about life insurance itself, right? That is what we do. That's the financial services that we do. You know, like that's something that we also didn't see the importance like of it until we actually, you know,
I didn't even know it existed. I didn't even know it was a thing. Like
Yeah,
I
it
kind of
wasn't.
knew it was a thing, but I didn't know.
You know, and maybe for young people, you know, like am I not something, or they not might be educated like enough in it, but for older people, because how you're saying the living benefits.
Yeah. Well, even for us too. There's a lot of young people that undergo. I mean, anything can happen to anyone.
Anything.
One
But
day
I
you're
mean,
Bad
good.
accident.
Yeah.
And for us that were young, I mean, I don't even have health insurance. All that stuff, and the policy will take care of that for me if something does happen to my health, something bad. You know, thank God. I mean, we're still good. I haven't had to use any of it, but I mean, I know it's there.
Yeah.
For my family too.
Yeah,
if something
I mean,
happens to me.
Very important.
These living benefits will protect you if you have any cancer, any heart attacks, strokes, you know, which is like for like, you know, the homeowners or like whatever that are in their 50s, in their 40s, you know, like those are the people that are getting hit. Like obviously,
Diabetes.
Yeah,
a lot of people have
diabetes.
I mean,
and that
can.
can, yeah. So these living benefits that a lot of life insurance policies offer are just like they bring real value to family, right? Because these are times where like families do not know, you know, like how the next bill is gonna get paid.
When you need it the most, is there.
Right? So I mean, and like anybody can get educated in it, right? It's not something that you obviously just jump into, right? You obviously gotta, you know, talk to a specialist broker, you know. But yeah, I mean, your family, you got a couple family that you were able to protect, right? But tell us about when your family really started, like, why are you doing this? Why are you still there? Like, you know, haz algo más.
Well, it was mainly because obviously, like, they weren't seeing any money in the beginning, you know? And I was like, tenemos que esperar para que ruede la pelota, you know? Get the ball rolling. They'll get the ball rolling. And then at first, like, okay, we'll give you some time. But then it'll be like 2 months, then 4 months, then 5 months. And nothing, nada de feria. And then my dad, sometimes, like, I'll get home. And then, like, my dad would be, like, joking, like, around, be like, ¿qué, ya está rodando la pelota? Okay, and just, like, laugh, you know? Like, and then, like, he'll kind of, like, tell my mom, like, just clowning me, literally clowning me. And I'm like, it's gonna come, pa. Like, I know I just gotta go through these moments, you know? Just gotta keep pushing. So, yeah, that's how it was. Like, at that moment, they're like, Tony, ya ocupamos que agarres un trabajo, ocupamos que nos empieces a dar dinero, you know? And I'm like, I'm trying. I'm like, estoy echando ganas, you know? And then...
Look at you now. You're able to buy him a whole house. So, imagine.
Buy him a whole crib.
I'm not there yet.
No, we're not even there yet, guys.
Remember that TikTok?
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen soon.
We make that TikTok that I posted on the Trilogy. How'd it go? It says, we make the sacrifice, but we do it for everyone we love.
Yeah.
I think it was deep. Huh?
Oh, yeah, that one's deep. That one's deep.
With my family, it's because my family's from Sinaloa.
And your mom, bro. Shout out your mom.
You know, my mom is a real one. My mom.
Bro, I love your mom.
Part of the journey.
She like that in the beginning, or?
Yeah, she's always been supportive, dude. She's always been like, whatever I want to do, I'll do it. And I feel like it's because I feel like my mom is the one that sees my growth, right? I feel like before, and definitely like at home, I was a little bit more like childish, you would say, a little bit more like, you know, like salía, and then like me regañaron porque iba a Tijuana, you know, like, and then like I was always getting in trouble with you, you know, just getting in trouble for just like things that kids do, you know. Llegó la policía a la casa, you know, like my mom was seeing those things, and she was like, like, you know, he's just being a little kid, you know, like he's just getting stupid like trouble. So he didn't like, so she didn't really like get me serious like that. Like she never took me serious.
You're her only boy?
Yeah, like I was only boy. So like once I started just calming down, you know, like not going out much, you know, like just staying in, like I was out, but I was out with a purpose. Like I was working, you know, like I wasn't just out just being a desmadroso, just fucking, you know, like I wasn't bringing her any trouble. I feel like she saw that like I grew, you know. So she was like, why'd you, like, you know, like what guided you to this growth? And I was like, it was just like, it's the journey that I'm in, right? You know, like it's me, it's my friends, you know, like we're eating better. Well, in that time we were trying to eat better. but we were just locked in, you know? Like, we were just different. Like, we were not worried about, you know, like, girls. We were not worried about, like, partying, drinking. We kind of put that to the side, you know? Like, si se presentaba. Pero, like, we were not going to chase it, you know? Like, we didn't... like, it was on Friday, Saturday.
It wasn't a priority.
Yeah, it wasn't a priority. So, when she saw that, it was kind of like she gave me her full support. But my dad and, like, my sisters, they supported me, but, like, las burlas no paran, you know, like, it's kind of like they do support me, but, like, whenever they get the chance, like, they're like, like,
Un chistecillo.
yeah, like, like,
un tirito.
yeah, like, just like,
jab.
you know, like, they'll mention, like, Andrew Tate, or, like, they'll mention The Matrix. They're like, this guy trying to save The Matrix, like, you know, like you and your
What
Matrix,
is that?
like, okay, like, they think I'm just crazy, you know, because, like, I talked to him about, like, what I'm doing when I quit my job. Like, I quit my job, like, a couple months ago.
Fucking weirdos.
Yeah, just like, who said that? Oh, Josie. My sister, the other day, she just came up and just called us weirdos because we were eating good, literally. Oh, we were watching Andrew Tate.
Yeah,
We were
We're listening to some Andrew Tate.
Yeah, yeah.
Little emergency meeting.
Yeah, but yeah, like, when it's my sisters, I feel like because they're younger, you know, like, I mean, like, I don't get mad. Like, I just mess around with them. But yeah, like, my dad too, like, my dad's just negative, you know, like, he's just like, I'm just like, apá, hicimos una venta hoy. And then he's like, ¿de cuánto? I'm like, de 1,200. Ah, ¿tampoco? Yo pensaba que era más. Like, you know, like, just like, you know, or like, apá, like, ya tenemos un equipo más o menos. Oh, sí, ¿cuántos agentes tienen? 2. Ah, son muy pocos. You know, like, he's just like, you know, like, my, like, how do you call it? Like,
It's not good enough.
Not good enough.
yeah, his bar is like up here, you know,
Yeah.
like, yeah, he wants to see, like, yeah, like, the truck, the house, you know, like, he wants to see, like, the money, la feria, you know, like, and I told him, I'm like, Dad, like, it's not, I'm like, it's not like that, you know, like, you think that, like, el güey de Amazon se hizo así nomás porque se hizo, you know, like, trabajó años, you know, tú crees que el pinche, you know, like, ¿cómo se llama este, el de México, güey? Hay un empresario de México muy famoso, he's like one of the top richest people. Yeah, like, I told him that, I was like, ¿tú crees que todas estas empresas se forman de la noche a la mañana? Like, they don't. You know, like, it takes time. Like, you know, like, it takes failures. It takes challenges. It takes ups and downs. It takes, you know, like, just giving it your all and not expect results that quick. That's all it is. You know, like, don't expect the results like that because it's not going to happen. That's what I told him. So, I mean, whenever I try to, like, just educate them on this, like, he's just like, como que me escucha, pero como que he just brushes me off.
We all learned that in the beginning,
Yeah.
kind of trying to get them to understand it was just going to be impossible.
Impossible.
And then we just stopped trying to get them to understand.
And it's because, like I have said it before, like, all the Latino families out there, or even, like, immigrants, right? Doesn't matter where you come from. When you get to this country, it's just work. You know, like, that's not something that they found wherever they were from, right? In their former college, and where
Nation.
yeah, and from wherever country they were from. So when they get here, it's just work, right? And it's
Chambear.
something just chambear. It doesn't matter in what, and then like it's security for them because over there había, like, you know, like balaceras o lo que sea, o había, you know, like narcos.
Robos.
Yeah, like, robaban, mataban, and then they come here and they fear secure. They fear
Secure.
Yeah. So it's just, you know, like, it's different for them than for us. Like, we grew up already, like, in a secure place, but now we just don't want to work, you know, like us three. Like, we just don't want to just work until we're 62 like them, you know, like.
Sounds terrible.
Yeah. And, you know what I mean?
Retire.
Like we are different. Like,
Bro, I couldn't even do it like 4 years. We did it, 2018.
yeah.
I couldn't do it for
2018,
4 years, man.
yeah.
I can't imagine 30,
It's just-
50 years.
It's just different for us. It's
And you
definitely
just
different.
dread. You just dread not clocking in, bro. I remember just dreading, like, I have to go punch in. I can't
Bro,
be late.
Sundays.
I'll dread
Today,
it being Friday and
right
then
now.
Saturday, like, I have one more day left. And then
Yeah.
Sunday, tomorrow.
Today,
Yeah,
like,
I
like
wake
around this
up
time,
for
I'll be like,
work.
I gotta go work tomorrow. And now it's like, nah, like, I mean, I gotta go work tomorrow, but, like, you know, like, Like you're doing it with a purpose.
It's just a lifestyle now.
It's a lifestyle.
We know what we're working
Yeah.
for.
And we do it together. That's the
Yeah,
most
that's
important
something-
thing. It doesn't even feel
And
like
every
work.
day is different.
Yeah.
Every day you know what to expect. You might get 2-3 sales. You might get a new agent, or you might, and it's things that benefit you.
Yeah.
You know, like in Penske, I was like doing sales like all day, but like Roger Penske was getting richer, and I was just still getting the same check.
Roger Penske.
That's
That's
the CEO.
the CEO. Shout out to Roger
Shout
though.
out Roger Penske.
My boy is an entrepreneur. We think the same.
He did it, yeah.
He did it.
You're
But
an
yeah.
employee, but next we're gonna go.
Yeah, we're gonna
directly to
go-
him pa un negocio.
Fuck it, we're gonna
Shout out
collab.
Roger.
But yeah, but for you, Sebas, how would your parents? How was that? Like, I mean, you come from an entrepreneur family, though. You do.
Yeah.
You do. Your dad,
Tu pa
he's a business owner, right?
Vendía cacahuates allá.
It was
That's right.
yeah. So for you, I feel like it was a little bit easier too, because of that. But definitely not like it wasn't comfortable. What did they tell you?
Bro, I can't even explain it. I mean, the fact that he was an entrepreneur, and when I finally opened my eyes that he was an entrepreneur, I was like, this guy's doing it already. Like, why
This
hasn't
guy's
he
been doing it
been
my whole
doing
life.
it his whole life?
Así me mantiene.
Yeah, like he's been doing it his whole life. He's never been 9 to 5 or anything. He's on his own. He had his own business. He's been through the ups, through the downs, networking. He meets this person, that person. They do him dirty. He loses this. He wins over here. He gets to go. Like
Yeah,
he's been
ups
through
and
it all,
downs.
the ups and downs. And the fact that we're just there, like not even noticing. I didn't even know. To me,
You thought it would just work for him?
I thought it was just work. I was like, he's just going to work. Like, I didn't know he was working for himself.
And your dad was never home, dude.
He was never home.
He was
yeah.
never.
He was
I remember,
always
like,
¿Dónde
I
está tu papá?
I would kind of make
in
fun
the
of
norte.
when I make fun, but I'll be like,
Yeah, you'd
dang.
be like, fool, your dad's never here.
My dad's up north.
Yeah. He was always up north.
Up
I didn't even
north.
know what up north was
You
until
just
like
know
I started.
pa allá,
Yeah,
like,
I didn't even. I had no idea. I had no clue. And
Yeah.
So
And once you get into that, you kind of like, oh shit, this is what he does.
yeah. So when I started learning more about entrepreneurship, I'm like, this guy's literally doing it. He's been doing it. And that's the sacrifice. His sacrifice has been that he's missed a couple. He's not here all the time, but
He provides.
He provided. He's been
Provided.
providing. He's learned so many things. That guy's right now. He's like he's my biggest inspiration. But now it's time for me to surpass that. I'm gonna surpass it on levels that he can't imagine. And I'm grateful that he supports us in a way, but it's because, like I said, they still don't really understand
The full concept.
the full concept of it. In the beginning, it was challenging because obviously in their heads they don't really know what's going on with us. They don't really know what's in our head. When we talk to them and we tell them stuff of like reality, like what's going on, they think we're just crazy. They don't understand it. So after a while,
They don't wanna hear it
they don't want to
sometimes.
hear it sometimes either. So the approach I took, it was either you support me or you don't. Either way, I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this for you, for everyone, So my mindset always been it's going to get done regardless. Whoever supports me. I've sacrificed relationships. I've sacrificed time, events to get all this done. I'll be in the office Sunday through Sunday. I'll be in the office on Sundays every day. Just even if I'm not doing nothing, I'm just there, because I didn't want to do nothing else.
Yeah.
And I had...
It's just called being addicted to your passion.
To my craft.
Become obsessed.
To your craft.
I'm so obsessive
Like
with
when
work.
something might go.
I love it. And obviously in the beginning, it's like that. It's super sacrificial. But the thing I think about the business is, when one makes a business, the one we're going to is going to bring us so many benefits once we leave it in such a stable place.
Yeah.
That's the thing about the business we're in.
Yeah.
That is something that's going to keep running
Yeah.
while we're not
While
even there
we're not
anymore.
there.
Bro, so...
And it's something that any business, it's hard to find.
Yeah.
Right? Like if you're good at making tacos, right? And then you put up a business, like making tacos, like you're super good at it. Ahora, like
tus tacos, güey, no del otro, güey.
yeah, like that's like a
Tú eres
real.
el taquero, güey.
Tú eres el taquero. How you gonna how you gonna leave and then have some other food make the tacos that you make? You could try to teach it, but it's kind of tough,
Yeah, so that's the thing. That with the business we're in, we're gonna leave it behind, continue our other business ventures, and that's just gonna keep growing by itself. It's gonna keep growing by itself. So, yeah, they more and more they're a little more understanding. They could kind of see now, you know, where we're going.
They're seeing
Yeah.
some change.
They're seeing
As-
some change.
Yeah.
You know,
And I mean, this is our first year, guys. Going into our second year, like if the
Okay.
goals, I mean, I feel like our goals have changed a lot, right?
Yeah.
From like
they're
now,
they're more clear.
our goals is like, you know,
That first year was just finding ourselves,
Yeah.
bro. It was just finding ourselves, and we found ourselves, and now we're ready
to hunt,
to keep going. Yeah,
kill it. Just like
Matar la liga.
matar la liga,
just
bro.
like some random
no me
questions
encontró.
here for you guys, just
I want to
for-
be number
Cumplir la
one.
condena.
you know, just for the people to know. So just try to keep it short. What inspired us to aim or think of financial freedom?
I mean, obviously, it's selfish reasons for, you know, myself. I wanted more. I wanted different. I wanted to be able to do things different, have different things than everyone else. But yeah, for myself and then for my family, it's gonna benefit them as well, because I'm not gonna leave them behind at all. No one.
Would you say it's taking care of your loved ones? Because financial freedom can obviously guide to wealth, right? Like to like having not just, you know, like what you make, but passing on things to like your kids, your grandkids.
Yeah, passing down knowledge, all that. I mean, most important, like the knowledge, the purpose. Like I have a little brother that I'm gonna really guide, and I'm gonna show him. Obviously, I had to sacrifice some time, some relationship, but it was all for a greater purpose. You know, we're still here, and the future is it's gonna be better than ever. I mean, I'm just waiting. My dad is waiting too. He's like, "Y cuando, like, when are we just gonna come and tell them to just like, you know,
Yeah.
they're waiting.
Yes,
They're waiting for that day, and when that day comes, it's gonna be amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Retire your parents. What about for you, brother? If
For
anything
me,
different.
Something that inspired me.
Yeah, just inspire you to see more than just, you know, like a salary.
Definitely taking care of my family. I mean,
Your family.
That's all I can really think of. Just making sure that they're good.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I can't really feel like I can really enjoy life until like I know they're taken care of.
They're
You
taken
know,
care
like
of.
they're taken care of. Okay, like now I can like feel a little bit more peace,
Mhm.
right? But definitely taking care of them, because the thing about college is that they want you. They push college. They push college.
Mhm.
And then at the end, it's like a 50, like you said, like the salary is barely enough for yourself. Like how is that salary going to take care of all of us?
Mhm.
I'm thinking about all of us, not just me.
Like your future wife, your kids,
My
your
future
mom,
wife,
your
my
dad.
kids, and my parents. You know, how am I going to take care of my parents with this salary
You
where
can't.
I can barely even take care of myself,
Myself.
you know? And then like that inspired me to see like there has to be some other way, you know? Like you see these people out here with these supercars, bro. Like that's so much money, and they're just that's their daily
Zooming.
car, bro. Like, they're just
He has like 50 of them.
people have, and they have multiple, you know.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, what? Like I drive a Hyundai, like my mom. My mom drives a
And
little
they say it too,
Corolla,
like-
like old Corolla.
What we make, if we didn't spend not even one dime, if we didn't spend one single dime of the salary we make, we wouldn't even be able to afford one of their supercars, bro.
You think that
Exactly.
saving is like something that the government pushes for? Because what is savings like? When you ask people, what are you saving all that money for?
Yeah. Scared money.
Emergencies. You know. But I feel like for me personally, what inspired me to aim or think of financial freedom is like, I mean, how you guys are saying it has to do with family. I feel like our parents still had a lot of goals and dreams that they were not able to, like, you know, fulfill.
They
Like my
sacrifice
dad-
their dreams
Yeah.
for us.
Yeah, like my dad is always like, oh, like I want to go around Europe.
They want to travel.
Like
They want
he's
to
like,
do.
my dad's always been like, yo quiero ir a España, Inglaterra. Here he has the countries.
My mom
Of
wants to go
course.
to
I
Israel.
want to go to Europe
the-
too.
And my dad worked here.
Nazareth.
Nazareth.
My dad worked here for like over 20, 25 years, 30 years, you know?
And he can't
And
afford
his
it.
retirement's not enough. You know, like, how are you going to go? Like, are you really going to go through life without getting to know what's in the other side of the world? Like, are you for real? You know? So if he couldn't do that, like, I want to, like, you know, like, I want to go ahead and be like, Dad, let's go to Europe.
Yeah. Yeah, and
Let's go to Europe.
That's all it is.
that's our main motive here. We're to
Family.
do it for our parents. You know, that's
Our
why.
family, our loved ones.
That's why I don't feel right where it's a weekend, it's a Friday, where I'm just dedicating to selfishness, you know, going out to a club to do this, to
Just
that.
spend your time
When my parents are still, they still
They're
need
still
that
like
help. They need
yeah.
that for
and
me
they're
to
still
come.
working,
They're
dude.
still
Like they're still
working, bro.
working. Like, do you really want to be working
Bro,
at that age?
My dad, what he's been through, and
Yeah.
that the literally a week after his surgery, bro,
already
he's
back at work.
already back at work.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Because he has to.
'Cause he
He
has
has no
to.
choice.
Not because he wants to, because he has to.
And
Yeah.
then, and that's why I don't feel right when I'm wasting my time when we're doing things that is really not benefiting us, you know, or
Yeah.
me, because that's at stake.
Here's one important question. How important is it having mentors in entrepreneurship?
Super. That's the most important thing anyone could have in life.
You can't push forward without one.
In life, not even just entrepreneurship. In life,
In
you
life.
need these mentors. You
Talk
need someone
about-
to learn from.
Talk about from our own personal experience, right? We have David Alvarado to start with, right? I feel like he's been, like
Shout
our
out David.
mentor.
Shout out David.
Shout out David
the
Alvarado.
team.
He's a
He inspired us. I mean, in the beginning.
he's an executive vice president. I don't even know what his title is. It's like two
It's
up
up
there.
there, bro.
It's up there.
He's like a regional agency director.
Yeah, he's
president of Symmetry.
he has guide us with starting our own business, right, in the financial services. He's guided us really personally, spiritually, professionally. I feel like we couldn't be more grateful, right,
Yeah.
to have him with us. But I feel like for me personally, it's been those talks at 10 at night, 11 at night where like I'm just like, fuck this, like I don't want to do this no more. I call him up, and it's just that mentorship where like you don't see things, but they do.
Mm-hmm.
They
Right?
see they
That
see it
is-
from a different point of view.
That is what mentorship I feel like it is. It's if you meet someone, they don't even believe in themselves, but you believe in them.
Mm-hmm.
So you make them, realize that, right? You give them a dream that they don't see that's out there for them, that it's gonna be there for them, but they don't see it.
They
so
can't see it
so
themselves.
at times when you don't see them, that's when mentorship steps up, and that's why everybody needs it, right? Because, dude, like who doesn't think like like fuck this, like I'm gonna quit, like I mean
we've seen so many people come and go.
yeah, like exactly.
Almost everyone.
Like
came and
obviously
gone.
you might be different, right? You might never think that to quit because like like you're either gonna make it or make it.
Como dice P, estamos necios de que
Estamos necios.
we're
Yeah.
gonna, we're gonna
Somos
make.
tercos.
Estamos tercos de que
Yeah.
esta madre va a
Somos
servir,
It's gonna work.
güey.
But there's obviously people that do, and that's why I feel like, I mean, and this is just one perspective of mentorship, but like he's helped us out a lot, dude.
Yeah.
A lot.
And the thing with David is you gotta ask for that mentorship from him.
Yeah.
You gotta really ask, and he'll give it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
And that's the
because
thing about mentorship itself is if you have a mentor, you gotta be
Yeah.
on your mentor.
Yeah.
You gotta be on them.
I mean, why are you gonna get a mentor and then have the mentor like be bugging
Yeah,
you? Like
have
no.
him come to you. No,
Yeah.
you gotta go look for that guy. You gotta go ask that guy those questions
Yeah.
what you're struggling with. You have to go look for him, and
Yeah.
that's where David. He's always been there for us when we
We
need to
him.
go look
We
for
need
him.
Yeah, he has. I mean, whenever he can answer the phone, he will, right?
Mhm.
And that's any time of the day.
Yeah,
But I feel like also he performs from like the front, like he
the example.
yeah, he always puts the example. Like it's like you cannot be a leader, but then like not perform like a leader,
Yeah.
because then the people that you're
They won't
mentoring,
even believe.
they're not gonna believe you. And that's something that even we're working on,
Yeah.
like how to be leaders. Like that's a whole nother ballpark, like we literally you need more discipline, you need more responsibility, you need more professionalism, you need more
Discipline.
you need more of you,
More action.
more action, for you to go ahead and bring other people into what you're doing and go ahead, because how are you gonna work on someone else when you can even find yourself?
Yeah.
So I feel like that's something that we're moving forward to now. We're like, we need excellence.
Mm-hmm.
We just need it, because without excellence, we're not going to be able to lead and mentor other people, which is something that we got mentored. Now it's time for us, to
To
put
do it
our
and stay consistent.
and stay
Most
consistent
important,
in
that's been the game changer. Staying consistent.
yeah. Okay. Do you want to add anything to the mentorship, Tony?
No, definitely. We need a mentor. Like, of course, we need one. We can't move forward without one. Like, we need someone that already did what we want to do.
All right.
Yeah.
They have
Here's-
the roadmap.
They have the roadmap. And so, I mean, when it comes kind of to what I mentioned beforehand, when it comes down to having a mentor, is leaving the arrogance to the side.
Ego.
Leaving that ego to the side, because you could seek that mentorship from someone your age, your friend. That's the way. I mean, I could seek mentorship from you. There's things we're gonna learn from someone, but it's putting that ego aside and saying, "Hey, teach me something. There's something I could learn from you."
Yeah.
And that's the thing where people are not gonna do that. Some people are not gonna go to someone and try to learn from them because of the ego.
Yeah.
That's one thing that Andrew Tate says. A lot of people, they're either stupid, lazy, or arrogant. And the most is arrogant, because they
They
see,
think they know it.
they think they know it.
If you
When
think you know it,
You already lost. Yeah,
You really lost.
you already lost.
Super powerful.
Is that arrogance that is gonna keep you where you are, and is just gonna make it harder for you.
Super powerful. Super powerful. But yeah, mentorship is definitely, it's been an important part of our life this past year. We found a lot of mentorship, which we are highly grateful.
Shout out Liz. She just got here.
Yeah, I know Liz. Liz is our upline, guys. That's the sister that I mentioned before that she got us into all this.
Liz Blizz.
So Liz Bliss,
Shout out Liz
she
Bliss.
went in her room right now, but yeah, guys. Moving forward here, another question. Shout out, she's
Shout out Liz Blizz.
Shout out Liz
My
Bliss all
sister.
day.
okay.
She should have got us in here since high school.
I
What
know,
was
she
she
shoulda.
doing?
Should have.
She sounds like some
Look
real
at-
mocosos, bro. She probably sounds some
Okay, guys. So ever since we started our business, guys, obviously we're a group, so there's multiple business owners. There's not just one. So being a group and not individually, how is it like keeping each other accountable and in the same path?
hard one.
That's what kept us here.
That's what kept us here.
The fact that when one person wasn't performing, you see the other person doing it, and like you said, you don't want to be the pussy to pussy out and not
pussy
do
out.
it. And that's honestly what.
Yeah, you don't want to
what
get
kept
caught
us
slacking.
together.
Definitely.
Yeah, you don't want to
Yeah.
get caught like.
Yeah.
You don't want to get caught sleeping in in one of the rooms.
You don't want to get caught watching TikTok. 'Cause then
Yeah,
you're like,
you don't want to get
Like,
caught
what are you
just
doing,
scrolling
bro?
on TikTok, like bro.
Like, bro, get to work.
There's some times when I'm just sitting in the room, and then like the door's open, and like I just have to like I'm working, or you have to get up fast.
That's me. No, I feel like that's definitely what, like, you were on point with that one. It's definitely just, dude, like, it's because it goes back to like what one of my other questions was for us is, what was it like going from friends to business owners? Like, we were best friends and then business owners, where it's like, dude, like, you gotta perform, like, you know, like, or else we don't get paid.
It was like, it's more serious, you know? Because there's that friend side where you're like just joking around, you're like just laughing, you know, like more playful. But then it's like the serious, like, okay, like, are you dialing? Like, are you working? Like, are you being intentional with your time, or are you just wasting it?
We have that like yin and yang, you know, where we're like we complete each other. Like there's the one that like just always work, like the one that's neutral, and the one, you know, like we're just all different.
And the
So
one that's like the opposite.
like so when it comes
Right,
down
right.
to certain things, I mean, there's always a way we find a way around it, because there's three of us, and we
Yeah.
complete where like the other one lacks.
Yeah, and I feel like that's what we're being successful right now, because coming back from that Dallas conference, we said, you know what, like, we're not all perfect, but if we go ahead and team up as one, like, we'll be perfect, right?
Better.
Like,
Better.
you're a good producer, you know, like, I'm more of like a extrovert, like I like to
get
talk.
more uncomfortable.
Yeah, like I'm willing to be more on camera, talk to people, whatever. And he's more of like, you know, like, tell me what to do, I'll do it. You know?
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, like, you're gonna dial and you're gonna go ahead and push the business. I'm gonna go ahead and, you know, like, build the team, and then you just go ahead and produce. Right? And this
we
is
had our biggest month.
yeah,
when we did
biggest
that.
month, like, and
What was
now
it, like
we're
60,000?
now we're getting shadow banned, but tomorrow we're gonna hit it hard.
Yeah,
Tomorrow we're gonna hit it hard. I feel like
Yeah. Se tirao.
lo bueno que no tenía
Red
tanto.
zone, red zone.
But yeah, I mean, keeping accountability for each other, that's been a big thing. and in the same path, right? Because I feel like there was a moment where we were like not even talking to each other like for like 2 weeks. We were just like going in and out, but like we were just like, oh, what's up?
We're like
bro?
in our own universe, like own world, bro. But literally at
Thank
the
you,
same
Christian.
place.
Appreciate you, brother. But yeah, like we had a time where like even like business owners, they just like like they just fall off sometimes.
It gets rough. It
It
gets
gets
bumpy,
rough.
bro. It's not easy.
It's not. Especially
gets
when like
really
you're not doing
bumpy.
good, like your empresa's not doing good. You just like you don't even want to talk to each other because like you guys don't. You're not like we're not doing good right now. Like we're not performing good. We're not going like either one is performing, the other two is not, or like two is, the other one's not. And I feel like when it was like that, like a lot of mistakes were done, like with freaking the level up, dude. Like that happened when
that's like a good lesson
like
for us to learn.
Like it was like they saw us like these fools are weak, so like
I don't know what you guys are talking about, bro.
El de arriba, he does all these things for us, for us.
My boy right here,
Not to us. He does it
giving
for
our
us.
account number to everybody.
I have no connection whatsoever to that company, bro.
Nah,
Please don't
chill.
mention my name in them.
Chill.
Okay.
Disclaimer. We need a disclaimer. Like
Disclaimer. This is a
But
joke.
yeah, just
everything we say is
context.
a joke, and don't ever take
Don't take nothing
disclaimer.
serious.
and take the COVID vaccine. I'm kidding. But context, guys. We have an agency of insurance, life Trilogy agency. It's been just such a blessing to be around so many great people in this industry. Insurance. It's something that like I would definitely recommend, especially if you're like you want something more than just a simple job, just one income. Put it that way, because there's a way where you can boost your income through sales.
Uncapped. Talk to me about
Not even-
uncapped.
Yeah, a lot of
What does
uncapped.
uncapped mean, bro?
The uncapped mean is that you can have a check from like freaking $30 to like 3,000
Oh, to like more.
more, huh?
Let's
Like
talk
What does
about
uncapped mean, bro?
5,000.
Cat, bro, is you're gonna make whatever you
There's
want.
no
make.
cap.
There's
Yeah.
no cap.
No cap.
There's
It's-
no
you can
cap.
make as much as you
No
want.
cap.
I mean, but there's only a certain amount of time that you could like that allows you to produce as a producer. But talk about building.
Yeah.
Like obviously like that income that you receive is for you, but like talk about like what your business can make. Like we're talking about like you're going from you earning it to like your whole like business, meaning that you have like other people under you, like you're showing a
Domino
type-
effect.
yeah, like a leadership role that you're allowing people to make money and that they're making you money. Right? That when you're going to sleep, that like when you're on vacation, you're still getting deposits.
And can anyone build?
Anyone could build.
You just start building.
You could just start building, bro.
Yeah, I mean, let's talk about the people that came in this industry and just straight building from 1 year.
That's what I'm saying.
Just agency owners
Okay.
making 20, 50, 100,000 a month.
It's like saying that there's sales of kitchen accessories. Okay? There's a business of building a team, like a business, right? Like it's a business and that kitchen accessories selling. If I go into that industry and I just learn like what's the business model? Like what is the business model? Like what I got to do to build that team? I don't got to sell it myself. I just got to learn what I got to do. Like, okay, I obviously got to learn how to do it. But once I learn how to do it, you teach other people. Like, you teach others. So that's what people are doing in this industry. They're just learning about the business model because it's there. Like, it's been proven. The system has been proven. So they're doing it.
Yeah, well, I mean, we could take us, for example. Well, we're going to teach our people. I'm going to teach them how to make 10, 20,000 a month producing.
Yeah.
10, 20, 30. I'm going to tell you step by step how I did it, and that's how you're going to do it as well. There's no secret to that game.
Yeah.
You're going to teach them how to, hey, you want to build your team? I'm going to teach you how to talk to people, how to build your team. Tony, when it comes to producing, he's going to show you how to get your business pushed.
True.
How to get that deposit into your bank account.
Yeah.
Set appointments.
Bro, I'm so excited for the team that we're gonna build. These guys are gonna be. This is gonna be amazing.
This second year is really gonna be, and it's just it's not gonna be easy.
It's not.
It's gonna be even harder than what it was this first year. But I feel like this second year we're ready for a bigger challenge.
Yeah.
Right. We're ready for a bigger challenge. So I'm excited.
And just a perspective. What was a big challenge to us before is now a small challenge.
Yeah.
It's like we're gaining this tolerance to challenges to where it's not even
Becomes
it's not even detrimental to us no more. It's just like this happened, okay, let's do this. You know, like it's not even a challenge no more.
It's not. It's definitely not. One last question here. What other aspects of your life do you feel like you have became better since you started focusing on yourself? Not really focusing on yourself, but ever since, let's say you started your own business. Mm-hmm. What other things personally, I know I feel like one thing that's obvious that we've gotten closer to God than we would prefer. But what other things besides that? It could be a better son, right, to our parents, be a better brother, right? It could be anything, but just for you guys to share a little bit about what that was like, when you started obviously like becoming better in like other aspects in your life.
Yeah, I mean, now I have something to teach someone. I mean, now I have someone to inspire. I mean, I could even say that I'm inspiring my older brother. You know, we're here to inspire and to make sure that the people we love are gonna take the right paths. My parents. My parents, the things I could help them with is just their food intake. I mean, the type of stuff they're eating, clean up what they're eating, because we need them to be good, healthy, and a lot of the food we eat isn't doing them no good. So I mean, there's a lot of things, and we learned that in the financial about food from Tony, from Pete, the people in the entrepreneurs. I mean, they all know about the food that we eat and that's here. So I mean, there's a lot of things I could teach my family now. They could learn from me.
And it's something that like at your job you don't really you don't talk about. You don't talk about personal development or how to be a better person overall at your job. Like you go to your job, talk about like how your weekend was, and then like what's coming up, like what's cracking, like like, hey, are you going to Bad Bunny? Like, hey, or no, I'm gonna go see Peso Pluma, or like, hey, I got fucked up this weekend. Like you don't talk about like, hey, that there's this food, like that, like it's actually like that's the real food, like it's like
organic.
It's organic, it's processed, and then there's other things, like you don't really find out about stuff that's gonna really, like do you any better at your job other than entrepreneurship. You really grow as a person, right?
Right.
And especially in the industry that we're in, it's like a people's business.
People business.
We're in the people business.
We gotta comprehend how people how they function for us to be successful in it.
I want to get in the gym, bro. I'm excited to start kickboxing.
I want to box.
You gotta get into.
I want to box, dude. I'm gonna be the boxer. I'm not gonna do UFC. I'm gonna be the boxer.
You're gonna have to when we come at you.
You're gonna get your ass fucked up. Bro.
You guys are not gonna be. Bro, you guys can't even take me to the ground because I'm just gonna knock you down with the right-handed.
We'll head kick you in the face.
Nah. Okay, but just moving forward, guys, I feel like we kind of already summarized what our whole year was. We had a couple projects there and then with some clothing brand that we got in the works. We didn't even talk about that. Huh? Yeah, I mean,
we didn't even talk about that first project.
We're still on that.
It's coming. Trading too. I feel like. Trading was, I feel like
the first experience
trading has been like so we funded this account. We're not gonna say any company names or anything like that, but we made the money. They just didn't pay us out. It's all cool. The software that we were using didn't pay us out, but I mean, we're just gonna fund our own account. Yeah, we're just gonna fund our own account. We'll see how it makes it work.
Moving forward, dude.
Moving in, dude. Let's move in, guys.
Moving forward, we got if you look ahead, we got the 2026 World Cup that's gonna be here in the United States,
in the USA,
U.S., Mexico, and Canada.
Me and Tony had talked about that's a big thing in our journey because by that time we want to be ballers and we want to go ahead and take you guys through our YouTube channel every single game.
We're saying
there.
It now. We want
this is gonna be on YouTube, by the way. We are gonna get this on YouTube and we are gonna get some of these clips on TikTok. But this is definitely just for us, right? Just for us
to
look back on. I mean,
exactly.
Because one thing that's always beautiful about the journey is looking back at it.
Right.
And me, I'm not a person that has the greatest memory. I don't have the best memory, so looking back at
This
videos,
guy's gonna get
podcasts,
Alzheimer by 50 for sure.
bro.
Alzheimer.
I'm scared about that, bro.
Nah, bro. I was hearing Alzheimer. You want to know what actually helps with reversing the effects?
Fasting,
Creatine, bro.
creatine.
You gotta get on creatine, dude.
Because this guy doesn't like no supplements.
I don't know what you think about creatine, bro. But creatine's like
It's just
It's like a
that
crazy-
separate the water from your body.
it depends, food. What creatine you get?
Mm.
You know, there's a certain creatine food.
You're 20. You're 23. You're still young. Bro.
But a creatine you get, bro, it literally helps with brain health food.
Today's sponsor, creatine from.
Creatine, Santa Cruz.
No, but yeah, this
medicinals.
was definitely just for us guys, just to like for us to look back. That's why we're gonna have it recorded as well, and that's why we bought this whole 1.5K system for us to use.
like almost 2.
And just we're gonna break it out for you guys here. De una vez, we are gonna have a podcast that we're gonna be working on. That's gonna be part of our schedule from now on. It's gonna be called Money Talks. We're probably gonna have to look for an editor because we're very busy people here, and we got other things to do. But yeah, we're definitely gonna be talking about specific topics. I know this, my boy Christian right here.
Yeah, he could edit them.
Yeah.
Chap.
You wanna edit them, Christian? You wanna learn how to? Do you wanna learn how to edit videos?
Just drop out of school and just start looking at YouTube. Editing
Tony
videos.
wants
Bro, when he was young on TikTok, he would just be posting a bunch
I
of it.
know,
Remember his edits?
Yeah, do some hard edits.
Tony-
He still be editing, pa.
He still
Tony
does
wants
some
him to
edits.
drop off at high school. He doesn't want to go.
Don't enter high school, bro.
Tomorrow.
Not worth it, bro. It's worth
Nah,
it.
guys,
I wouldn't
stay
go-
in school. I
I wouldn't
guess
go to
so.
high school.
Nah,
I wouldn't go to high school if you had someone could show you something better.
Nah, but your parents wouldn't let you drop off.
I mean, I'll just do it.
Get homeschooled, fool. Get homeschooled.
If I know that I'm following someone better, I will do it.
So you're telling me that the kid with the pink Real Madrid shirt would do that?
That kid, no.
That's the high school kid, bro.
lost,
That kid,
bro.
bro.
That's
That
literally
kid
a-
was
lost.
holy, bro. He was just
And
was
then-
good at video games.
And then Tony
Are you
with
still good
the
at video games?
Tony with the
the
hoodie. Remember
Barca?
with the hoodie,
Which
the
one?
one that he's like, hey, like I got one just like that one.
Windbreaker.
I'm gonna show you my windbreaker. It's fresh. It's just like that. It's just like the one you have.
No, dude.
That picture is out there.
That
bro.
shit was
That-
tough.
That
Wait.
thing,
And then
That
me,
shit was tough.
what should I say about
the
me?
Kanye West
The
shirt,
Kanye West.
The long ones.
the long one from the back.
That shirt was fresh, bro. You cannot say it wasn't. It was all black, bro. Hey, remember
High school soccer.
we made CIF?
Let's not talk about that.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
was
no,
good- it was
but
good while it lasted.
we're gonna close it out with just with our goals for the second year. It's definitely
It's definitely we gotta be at the si Dios quiere, si todo pasa bien, si llegamos al mundial 2026, llegamos a ese año,
Nos vemos en el mundial.
nos vemos en el mundial. That's one of our goals. We gotta be at least
our
following
parents,
Mexico around.
Our dads.
Our dads.
We're gonna make a
our
clip.
dad, our little brothers.
Los
We're-
carnalitos.
Vámonos.
we're gonna make a clip of like us talking about this and then us being like,
We're here now. Yeah. No, yeah, but I mean, just like Rafa said, this first conversation was just to put ourselves out there.
yeah,
Put ourselves out there,
Literally
yeah.
put ourselves out there, who we are.
Introduction.
Introduction to kind of what we kind of did a little bit. Obviously, we'll go more in depth as this journey continues.
but have guests,
Yeah, I want.
Hopefully
I'm
we have
excited.
guests.
I'm excited
Where
what this is
is-
gonna bring
where
for
it's
us.
gonna take
Who
them, yeah.
these people are we gonna,
Yeah.
who's gonna be the next one, and after that is gonna be the next one, and then obviously,
Yeah.
eventually we get to like.
We'll
big,
probably
bro.
take off like a 2-week break from today just to plan everything out good,
Yeah.
right? A 2-week break. And then after that, we're going to come with consistent weekly videos where, like we could bring in an
We can
entrepreneur.
we can like have a topic and just pull out like a video and just talk about the video that we
Yeah.
just
Once
watched.
we get more.
Yeah.
Once we get more.
Yeah,
advanced,
or like obviously the
Right
idea
now,
that I
I
had with like guests is that like they share a little bit about their journey.
yeah.
Because I want to listen to people, like what have they
Different
been
people.
through, like you get to, it's like Instagram, you get to know the person when they're successful, but like what did the whole like years behind that, like
Yeah,
what went on backstage?
those are the things that people don't know about.
Yeah.
So that one video that I posted on Instagram, the one that's like work.
Yeah,
and then
overnight
boom,
success.
Overnight, and then it looks like overnight success to everyone, but it's not.
And that's what we're doing here. We're journalizing our journey because we're not successful. We don't have money. Like, we don't have cars. We don't have money. We don't have nothing under our name. You know, like, it's just our first year of just doing something different. You know, like, we're building something. When you're building something, you know, like, it's gonna come.
Yeah,
it's definitely gonna come. But like, yeah, like, I want to have guests in here and just, you know, have it like more like a conversation, you know, because I feel like a lot of people, they have a lot to share about their journey.
Yeah, I mean,
and they don't have platforms, or maybe like, you know, like, they can come in here and just share it with everybody.
We're gonna inspire. We're here to inspire.
Yeah, inspire.
We're here to bring light to people's journey and to inspire the next light.
Go ahead, Christian. Come over here, man. Introduce yourself to the people out here. When you go to school on Monday, you're gonna be famous, bro.
Here, take my mic.
Literally, when you go tomorrow, take this mic.
We're gonna ask you a question.
This guy hasn't even changed.
What did you think of this first conversation?
All right. Well, real quick, just introduce myself by me introducing myself. My name is Christian Contreras. I am Sebastian Contreras' little brother. I am a 13-year-old currently in middle school.
Yeah, so
no, not 13, 14. My
bro,
bad.
you're tall as fuck. Why are you so tall, wait?
I mean, it's just genetics.
Nah, you're gonna be taller than Sebas for real.
Maybe I'm like 5'10", 5'9". But what I've basically like thought of this so far, this conversation was how like I've been with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even if like I was there and you guys like messed around with me, like you guys would mess around with me hella.
Mm-hmm.
But what I would think about like you guys now is like you guys are like, you're killing it now. like literally, I just remember like you guys just sitting down here and just talking about like, oh, like we got so fucked up last night. Like remember this girl? Like remember that girl was bomb. You know, you just like you guys talk about like parties and stuff. But like just seeing you guys develop into a mindset that like you guys did in 1 year. Like, just think about it. 1 year is all it took for you guys to get everything straight. And like you guys basically like did it all together. Like you guys could have like you guys had like fell off like for like a bit. Like I know you guys had like ups and downs with each other.
Yeah.
Like you guys like how you guys are saying like you two were like getting into like new stuff, but Tony was still stuck somewhere else where like he wasn't with you guys. But you guys managed to like get out of there and you guys managed to help him,
get him
help
aboard.
each other. Like just did it all together. Is that?
It's probably one of their phones. Yeah, but I mean, dude, like if we can inspire, you know, like kids like you, put on the earphones so you can hear.
I bet.
So you can inspire, you know, kids like you know, to just grow up, you know, with a different mindset, like you're saying, with a different mentality of like there's more than just girls and just partying and there's just, you know, jobs and just you know, like what you're used to, you know, like and you're gonna be around it a lot, you know. It's just that you gotta see yourself as the different one, right? Like if you have your friends and they're doing drugs and they're partying and they're doing, you know, like etc. things, you know, like always see like you're different. You want something more than just that, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, if we can inspire you, like for you to have a different mindset, then that's what we want. You know, that's the target that I feel like we're targeting here, huh?
Yep. Yeah, and
Definitely.
you're the people that you hang around with the most, you know?
Yeah.
So, you know, you attract, if you're hanging out with people that are doing bad things.
Yeah.
And the best advice I can give you right now is just, you know, like,
Stick with us, pa.
yeah, just stay close and then just,
You have no choice. This was your brother.
yeah, he feels like your dad pretty much.
Son
But yeah.
sangre.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and vamos a despedirnos.
That was raw. That was natural talent
Yeah,
right there.
that was natural. That was natural, Christian.
There's no like
Like
young
Christian.
person that
Yeah,
could
could
you know
think like that,
could
could
think
talk
like that and
Give your
and
girl a
get
shout
that,
out real quick,
get that
bro.
point across. This guy,
I like
mean,
that.
I like his
He
talent.
inspired me.
Yeah,
He inspired me to work harder.
He just needs that direction.
Yeah. Do you want to give your girl a shout out? Okay. All right.
All right, guys. I'm tired of saying
Well, we're about to, you know,
Ya estuvo.
We'll see you guys for our first episode of Money Talks Podcast, coming to you guys soon by Trilogy. Peace out.
Cabrón, yo salí del barrio, por eso mi música siempre es para el barrio. Y voy a estar
Ey,
agradecido toda la vida, porque eso es lo único que
ok, ey, ey, inspirando a los chamaquitos, poniendo a apretar los viejos, siempre tuve a Dios de cerca, por eso es que llega lejos, veterano y rookie, yo mismo me doy consejo, yo no soy la cabra, yo soy el conejo, cabrón, el mejor, Roberto Clemente, Albert Pujol, Maradona y Messi en el fútbol, pero soy la nueva estrella.